Hi everyone. Um, Good evening. Welcome to another Saturday live session. Okay, a couple of people here. Hi guys. Hi Precious Azubike. Hi Chisom. Hi Dennis. Hi Dixon. Hi Folakemi. Hi Adesina. So how you guys doing? How is your assignment going? I don't know. You could just type something there. I'm seeing everything. How is the assignment going? How you guys catching up? How many of you have submitted that are live now? How many of you have submitted? Just let me know. Welcome, Peace. Nina, welcome. Okay, I'll be waiting for a response. Says how many of you have submitted the assignment and how is the assignment going? So before we get into it, today again is your super duper facilitator. Okay, a lot of you guys have submitted. So nice, amazing. So it's your super duper facilitator, Joseph. I'm sure you guys enjoy his. I'm sure you guys enjoy his classes. So yeah, in a minute he will speak to you guys. Okay, so the research process was quite interesting. All right, that's amazing. Really nice one. Okay, no problem. So I think we are going to start now. We're going to start just immediately so that we don't take so much time. Joe, are you ready?
Yes. Okay.
All right. So probably share screen. So guys, tomorrow by 11:59, assignment submission will close. So please try and submit as soon as possible. Someone is asking what assignments, please. Oh wow. Well, if you're part of the internship program, you'll know that there's an assignment that you're supposed to submit by tomorrow. So you probably find your way to join the group. Yeah, or check your emails. Check your emails. That's what's more important. You'll see all the email thread, concerning the assignment and everything. So, Joe, over to you now.
Let me start by sharing. It's a minute. Let me share my screen. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But we can't see your face.
So your face is coming up right away. Okay. Hope you're seeing my face now.
Yeah, I can see everything, but your screen and your face now. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Dave. And thanks for this wonderful opportunity given to me again to teach your interns. And I believe there's going to be another powerful session tonight. My first session with you guys was so interesting and we learned a whole lot of things. And I believe that we've started implementing them. And I believe that with time, the outcome of that will first be reflected in the assignments we'll be given and also in our performance, overall performance in the internship program. So I want to welcome each and every one of you once again to this class. It's class 4. And my name is Joseph. It's here to go. And I believe it's going to be an impactful one. So today we'll be looking at a couple of things, which I believe is not going to take much of our time. And from the screen, you can see I'm doing this for those that are joining us, those that are joining us newly and may not really know me. Because I believe that between then and now, a couple of persons may have joined this internship program. So I want to reintroduce myself so that at least you know who is talking to you and if he's qualified to talk to you. So this is my portfolio. It's similar to what I used the last time, but it's just a reintroduction of myself. So my core skill is copywriting and content writing. And I'm a freelance copywriter in Upwork. I'm a writer on Quora. And I've trained over 800 persons in copywriting on how to monetize their skill, their digital skill in Upwork. Upwork is a freelancing platform, like I said earlier. We have other top freelancing platforms like Fiverr, Guru.com, there's people per hour and all of that. So I've authored some books during the period of 1 or 2 years now. One of them is Content Creation on Social Media and ABC. One of them is Why You're Struggling to Sell. There's another one titled Sell Millions with Copywriting. And I would say I'm a public speaker, but I've been invited to several events to speak online, like virtually. So tonight, I'll be taking you on a topic or topics. These are the topics I want to cover during this period. That is intro to cold emailing, email marketing. These are just introductory. We're not really diving deep, but I'll do as much as I can to ensure that we understand it. At least I give us a kind of first-hand knowledge of what it's about, so that if we are going through it, maybe for knowledge sake or maybe to implement, maybe assignment to be given from now on henceforth, we will know how to go on with it. So cold email marketing, external marketing channels, then measuring your results, like your email marketing and cold emailing results. So measuring those results, or even outside email, measuring your results as regards cold emailing and all of that. So I believe that you are ready to ride with me. Are we ready? I've not seen the comment section. I would have gotten feedbacks. Mr. Dave. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. So everyone is carried along, everyone is responding, but I think the time, okay, yeah, they said they're ready. They're ready. So you can just proceed.
Okay. A minute, please. Okay, I'm back. And I believe it's going to be an interesting session once again. The last one we did was so amazing, and it's the last time I checked it had a whole lot of views. Like it's one of the top ranking views amongst the sessions. So I believe that this one will not be different from that. At least this one should be more, by God's grace. So just pay attention to me and follow as much as you can. Then at the end, you can drop your questions so that I will take them. And there's another thing that we need to get on board and do that. So the section 1 is cold emailing. Cold emailing. So look into what cold emailing is. why cold emailing and how you can use it maybe to build your business, or maybe to use that to build the brand of maybe a client, because what we are doing now is not just for ourselves. You may after now may head after now you may become a freelancer, maybe in a place like Upwork, and you'll be required to do certain kind of things as regards cold emailing. So it won't be as if it's a new thing. It's actually a profitable kind of niche that if you understand this very, very well, if you understand it very, very well, you'll be an asset to clients, you'll be an asset. And if you do very well, you become someone that will be retained like on a contract kind of basis. So because no matter the niche you're into, when you have a track record of over delivery in whatever you're doing, you'll be retained and also be recommended to other clients. And that's in a way kinds of increases your credibility maybe for subsequent gigs that may come up. Because in a place like Upwork, there's how Upwork works, that whenever a client, you're done doing a job for a client, it's not a place that you do hide and seek kind of game. Whatever you do there reflects on your profile. Like if you're done working on a project, there will be a review, there will be a review that will be placed on your profile. And Upwork does it in such a way that before the client will end the contract, he'll be forced to drop a review for you on your profile, such that, and if even before you accept maybe an offer that he made, like if it's $100 contract and you're done with the decision, he'll send you an offer like the monetary, like an offer for you to accept. Hope this is what we agreed. I said yes. Before you can end the process, you have to drop a review for him. So in that way, it gives him the chance of dropping a review for you, especially if you did a very good job. It will help to boost, like whenever other clients come on board to maybe to see the kind of things you've done. It gives this trust, this credibility. You may not need to pass through the interview process and all of that. You may not need to pass through all those process and interview process. They may just send you an invite to a job, and when you just do that, you are hired. So it helps a lot. So I need you to pay close attention as I'm going to take you on this ride, and I believe that it's going to be an amazing one. So first is what's cold emailing? You may have heard it before now, or maybe you're hearing it for the first time. So what is cold emailing? Minutes, please. Okay, what is cold emailing? So cold emailing is like it's a means of communicating with your via email. Like it's a means of communicating via email. That is where the email comes in. With someone you have no prior relationship with. There's also something that's called cold calling. So this one is not via email, it's just via call. Maybe any problem for your end?
Your YouTube, mute your YouTube, just mute it.
Huh?
Oh, volume. I can hear you now.
There was an echo somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's. Did you open YouTube with your phone, or is your second mic on?
I did not.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Still reverbing. It's still reverbing a bit. Something is wrong. Try speaking now.
Is that okay now?
Try working with your laptop mic. I've muted your phone mic, use your laptop mic to see if it's better.
It's okay.
It's still reverbing. If you open YouTube with your phone, try closing the YouTube, because I know that's what causes the reverb most times. But if you didn't, I think you'd.
YouTube is not, it's only open, I think, on my system.
Oh God of Nazareth, that thing is coming from your phone. I don't know how it's reverbing. Your system or your phone. I think it's just your phone. Once you click on it, the thing starts. Try now. Unmute yourself, you're on mute. Yeah, it's still okay. You can try and leave and come back. Try unmuting your laptop and speak. Let's see if it will reverb.
I should try what?
Unmuting your laptop. Your laptop is still on the call. Try to unmute and speak. Let's see if it will work. Can you speak now? It's still reverbing. I can hear you, but it's still reverbing. Is anyone around you? Did anyone join the live around you? Because it only reverbs when someone is on the live call around you and the person's speaker is talking.
Let me continue, please.
So you could just disconnect your phone and continue with your laptop so that we don't waste time. I don't know if you heard me.
You said what, please?
I said you could disconnect your phone totally, and then continue with only your laptop so that we don't take much time.
If I can do it to my laptop.
Disconnect your phone, like disconnect your phone from the call. Leave the call with your phone, then just remain here with just your laptop on mute, and then you can go ahead. Unmute on your laptop and then speak. I think it will be much better now.
How is it?
I think it's better, but it's still kind of reverbing. There's something wrong with, I don't know. But you can just go ahead. You must not on your camera though, if you're not in a good background.
Okay.
You just proceed, yeah. So you can go on.
Okay. So I can go on like this.
Yeah, there's no much of a reverb now.
So as I was saying, I'm very sorry for that break transmission. And we see what went on in the background. So we'll just proceed with where I stopped. So I said Cold email is a means of communicating via email with someone you have no prior relationship with. So there's also something else. Why I indicated via email is that there's also something else called cold calling, where you have to call or be on a call with someone you have no prior relationship with. Like you've not had any conversation before now. So that one is called cold calling, but this one is called cold emailing. But in the aspect of cold emailing, there is no room for getting a verbal feedback in real time. Unlike in cold calling, you can get verbal feedback. Like if you're on a call with someone, you can if you're on a call with someone, Dave, Dave, hello.
I can hear you.
What if I share my screen? But what if I put my this thing on maybe with the other background? That's possible.
What did you do? I didn't get you.
Like I want to use my camera on the background. You set the social media background.
No problem. Anyone works. It's just because of time and the break in transmission. Like in between, there's now this long conversation of camera and audio. That's why I said we should just proceed like that. But you can actually put on the background and share on your camera.
Okay, let me. Let me just proceed, please. Let's remove. So let me just proceed, please, to avoid wasting time. Hello.
I got you. I said all right, no problem.
Okay. So, like I was saying, that there is cold email and there's cold calling. So in cold emailing, this is a means of communicating via email, while in cold calling, it's just maybe via call. But in the aspect of cold emailing, there's no room for you to have a verbal feedback like in real time while the email process is going on, like just like maybe if it's a chat now, while you're trying to speak with someone, maybe good morning, the person respond, hi, how was your day? The person respond. But this one, there is no verbal kind of thing happening real time. Or maybe in calling on where you're on a call with a client or maybe with a prospect, and there is this feedback that you're getting verbally in real time, that is at the same time. So in this aspect, it is not there.
So that is what cold emailing is. You're speaking with someone, you're communicating, you're trying to communicate with someone that you have no prior relationship with. People have not spoken before, and you're trying to initiate a kind of conversation that may possibly lead to business with the person. So cold email are not a one-to-many kind of email where you maybe you just have an email list and you just share that one message or one content or one email to everyone on that list. No, it's something that is one-to-one. So it's a personalized kind of email you send to someone you've not had a conversation with before. You're writing it with one person in mind. So that email will not be useful to another person. It will not be useful to another person. So it's uniquely crafted for a particular person. So why cold emails? So why cold emails? One is for initiating a more personalized relationship with a prospect. You're initiating a more personalized relationship with a prospect that is a potential customer, someone that is someone that is likely going to return to a customer, maybe from that conversation. Then why cold emails is that it converts better. Since you're just like if you're having a one-on-one talk with someone, maybe you met someone one-on-one. So it's easier to convert that person because you're speaking in a personalized way than when you're trying to communicate with someone, like when you're trying to do a one-to-many kind of conversation, like you're talking to 100 persons at the same time. The conversion rate kind of reduces because what you are saying may not directly be what this person like needs or what this they might not be a direct relationship with what you're saying. So, but in the aspect of cold email, if you do your job very well, you see that if you do your job very well, you notice that um, you're speaking, having a one-on-one chat with this person, a one-on-one kind of heart-to-heart talk, because I'll show us why that is possible. Then the next reason why cold emails are important is that to qualify your leads, not just to generate leads, but to qualify them, to know if this person you're talking to, if this your prospect is actually the right fit, if he's actually the right person that you should be talking to as regards your product, so that you don't end up like in the aspect of one to many kind of emails. In that aspect, you is after that process you kind of sieve those based on those that received it. But this one helps you to qualify your emails because if you are having a one-on-one chat with the person where you've connected with the person, maybe emotionally or maybe via his pain points, and he's not still responding, it means that maybe you're talking to the wrong audience or maybe you're not doing the right thing. But in a more unique way, if you really did your homework very well, and he's not still responding, a whole lot of things may be involved, but it may be that he's not interested in what you're trying to sell to him. Maybe he's not interested in what you're trying to sell to him. So it helps to qualify your list to know if this person is actually who you should be talking to at that time. So for creating brand awareness, it's also a way for you to introduce what you do and how it can be of help to a prospect. That is also another way of doing that. It helps that way. Then it helps for lead generation and also for qualification. I think I've talked about that earlier on. So these are 5 things you must do, or 5 must do of an email, of an effective cold email. These are 5 things you must do to have a cold email that produces results. Because the aim of whatever you're doing, whether it's a content, like I said during the first class, whatever you're doing, the aim should be to produce results. Not just that you're writing, but you're writing something that the prospect needs. You're writing something that will be useful to the prospect. You're writing something that meets the need of the person you're writing it to. And as I said earlier, if your content is not open, then you wasted your efforts. In the same way, if your email is not open, like imagine spending 1 hour, 2 hours to kind of get the information that you need to speak directly to a prospect, and at the end he does not open it, it means that it was wasted. That effort was wasted. That 2 hours effort was wasted. But a situation, so in order for that not to happen, you need to pay attention to the things I'm going to show you now. So the first thing is that you should tailor your message to the recipient. Like I said earlier, it's not a one-to-many kind of email you send where you come and maybe you just see the only thing that shows that this message kind of is for you is where you see your name, Dear Joseph. But that is also a way of replicating. You just replicate and use email marketing automators to kind of to bring up your name. Maybe the form you filled, they just extract your name and use it to add it to each of the place. The providers where your name fits, something of that nature. So, but in this one now, you need to tailor your message to the recipients. The person reading it should know that yes, this thing was really meant for me. This message was really meant for me. And there's a kind of message it passes that, okay, that means I'm the one this message was meant for. It's not for any other person. There's a kind of way it makes the person feel like it kind of makes the person feel motivated to even read it because you know that this thing was uniquely crafted for him. So it's not a general message because a whole lot of CEOs are busy and all of that. So if what you're saying to them is not for them, if it's one of those messages you're sending to everybody, then they're not likely to open it. Just like someone now sending you a message, like these people that create broadcast lists on WhatsApp and they just send all this one-to-many stuff. Some people even make the mistake of saying, hey, everyone, or immediately you see it, you know that this message is not for me. You'll not even be moved to, you'll not be motivated to continue reading it. But when you open it and a message, and you know that yes, this message is for me, it helps to motivate you to even continue reading it because you know that yes, this message is meant for me. So another thing you should do is that you should validate yourself. Like I said first, tailor your message to the recipient. So you should use keywords, use pain points, use things that are unique to him. Use things that are unique to him based on the research you've conducted before now to know, to get some details about him. So that helps you to tailor your message. It helps you to tell your message. I'll give just an example of that. Then, two, you should validate yourself. Here, you should pitch a connecting point because since he's a stranger, you're like a stranger to the person. He does not know you. You know him because you have gotten few information about him. You've gotten few information about him. So he's not a stranger to you. Like he's not a stranger to you, but you are a stranger to him. So you're just like a guest. You're just like a visitor, like someone that just visited someone. So you need to find a way to create a connecting point. Just like saying, for example, now it's okay, I am this person, a friend to, or maybe if he has a son, you can say your son sent me to give you this, or maybe this person, someone that he knows, sent me to do this. So let there be a connecting point. Let it be something that he can relate with and know that yes, there's a reference. There's always a reference from the known to the unknown. So let it be that there's a middle point, like there's a reference. You're referencing someone he knows, so that from there he can know that yes, at least he's how will I put it? He's safe. Yeah, he's safe. So validate yourself. Find connecting points. Find things that he can easily connect with. Maybe for example, now if during the research I get to understand that this person was a photo student, I can find a way to connect from that point. If the person is an Igbo person and I'm trying to speak to him and during the discovery, during the research, I noticed that he's an Igbo person, I can try to pitch from that place because it kind of creates bond. Your main aim is to create a bond, initiates a bond kind of creation process. So you can pitch anything, you can pitch maybe if there's anything that you could share in common, you can pitch that. If there are people that he knows, maybe authorities that he knows, you can pitch from that place. If there are people that just find something that can easily help to create a bond that will show that yes, you are coming from somewhere, or that you are not just a stranger like that just find his details somewhere and try to pitch to him. So the next thing is that you should address their pain point, address their pain, or give them something of value. Since you are a stranger, just like we think, I don't know if I addressed that in the previous class, where you are doing lead generation. If you are trying to speak to a lead, you don't first start by proposing that they should do something for you. No, you start from a place of help. You come from a place of value. Like if you're trying to, if, for example, now if I host a free class now, if I want to sell something to you, I may start by telling you, okay, I have a free class for you and I want you to join that class. And since nobody rejects anything that is free, especially if it's of value, then they are most likely not going to reject it. They are most likely not going to reject it. So address their pain. If there's anything that you feel that going through during the process of your review, then start from that place. Start pitching from that place. And if there is something of value, there's something of value, you can also give it to them. Maybe lead magnets, or maybe a solution, maybe anything. That let there be something that you are giving, since you're someone that is a stranger. So it's that thing that you're giving now that will kind of make them feel settled. Maybe you address a pain point that you saw, a pain you saw them going through. You are trying to address it. It makes them to show that this person is not just out immediately to get. He has something to also offer. He also cares. Just like you meeting a lady for the first time, and the first thing you're telling the person is, "Will you marry me?" You're likely going to get a slack offering. But if you come from a place of, I noticed that it's like your shoe is paining you, like it's like you're trying to connect with whatever they're going through at the moment. If there's anything they're trying to go through, maybe they're lost somewhere and you're trying to direct them. Maybe they look confused and you're trying to find a way to give them clarity. These are things that you can give, not just immediately you're trying to give me your number. It's when you now prove yourself worthy during that process of pain relieving process or giving them value, that they may even be the one to tell you, okay, take my number, call me whenever you want, because they've proven that yes, this person is a good person. So keep your message short, simple, and easy to act on, which is the fourth step. Keep your message short, simple, and easy to act on. Let it be something that is easy for you to act, for them to act on. Let it be short, since you're not you're not an authority, or you're not someone they already know. If you're someone they already know, they may feel relaxed and know that yes, this thing this person is writing is of value. They will just have the patience to read. But since you're not someone they know, since you're not someone they trust, since you're not someone they like because you're a stranger, then keep it short. Just go straight to the point and make your call to action easy to act on. Then sound grateful and submissive. Since at least for them to, for it's as if you're talking to them and you're expecting feedback. So have a grateful kind of note, sound grateful in the words you're saying, or thanks for the order, or anyhow you're going to sound it. Sound grateful, sound submissive. Don't do as if you're trying to give them, you are doing them a favor by maybe introducing your product to them. Maybe you're doing them a favor by even talking to them, or maybe you feel this kind of entitled way where you tell them. For example, if you're inviting someone to an event, if you're inviting someone to a webinar, maybe a speaker to speak on, and you are cold emailing them, and you are sounding as if you are doing them a favor, or you are sounding as if them giving you a response is an entitlement. You're entitled to getting that because of who you are or anything. They don't care who you are. So you sound grateful and you sound submissive because you are the recipient here. You are the one to receive. Your aim for coming is to receive something, either to establish a relationship with them, or maybe to make a request to them for them to honor. So you have to sound grateful and submissive. I believe I've gone through this for a long time. So tips for writing cold emails. So you have to speak with clarity. You have to speak with clarity, and don't talk more about yourself or your brand, because you are a stranger. You're you are someone that they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they're just meeting you for the first time, and you're trying to blab and say a whole lot of things about yourself, about your brand. No, you should, like I said, pitch from a place of pain and maybe a place of value. Pitch from that place, how you're going to help to make their life better. Just like a man, a lady meeting a guy for the first time, and you're telling him you're an importer, exporter, you're this, you're that. No, you speak from a place of, young lady, I noticed maybe the person has a flat tire and you're trying to help out. Maybe the person look confused. You're trying to give the person direction. So let it be more about the person before the person will now feel comfortable for you people to have a one-on-one kind of talk, maybe you knowing about her, or maybe the person knowing about you. So, but talk from a place of value and all of that, and speak with clarity. Speak with clarity. Since this is someone you've done a background study of, you speak with clarity. Like let the person be, let the person know that yes, it's like this person know me from somewhere. Because that is even what will even make the person feel more comfortable with you. The person is like, this person know me from somewhere. Like, where does this guy know me from? All of that. So speak with clarity. Let there be specificity. The figures you are using, let it be specific. If you noticed in his timeline that he has trained like 400%, state it there. If you notice that he won an award in 2020, state it there. Like, let there be specificity to whatever you're doing. Let the person know that yes, this is for me. Whatever you're doing, let there be clarity. It's don't do as if you are not sure, you're not sure. Those things help, it kind of breed doubt if this person really knows what he's doing. So cold emails are not meant for proposing deals. No, that is not where you tell them buy from me. Uh, like it's not where you propose deal like let's do this business. Let's because you're a stranger to the person. So they have to be something that you use to convince the person to trust you enough to now want to do business with you. But your cold email should not be aimed at proposing deals, telling the person at first instance, this is what I want to offer you, and all of that. So let there be. You should start by you should start first by building a relationship and probably building credibility before you propose for it. Then don't assume too much. Don't assume too much. Um, don't assume that this person have the problem of this person you are talking. If maybe if he's if he's an online vendor, maybe if he's a course creator, don't assume that every course, or maybe since he's an online vendor, he must be struggling with sales, maybe based on how the country is, or maybe based on how other people are also complaining. Don't assume that he's going through a particular pain point, whereas he's not. So try and do a little research. If you are not sure of any details, don't put it. Only put details that you are sure of, and also put things that maybe that benefits and things that you feel, not things that you feel, things that you know based on the research you've done that this is what this person is going through. Use it. Don't assume. Don't assume. Pay attention to details. When I mean details, connecting points, like I said earlier, while you're going through the person's maybe LinkedIn, LinkedIn account or LinkedIn profile or maybe Facebook profile, while you're going through those details that will be provided to you, try as much as possible to pay attention to details. It may just be one little thing that you notice about him that you use to connect with him. Just a little thing. It can just a little, just it may not be an official kind of stuff. It may just be maybe about his hobby. It can just be about the thing he went through last year. It can just be something because the aim is just to grab the person's attention, connect with him, and make him know that it's like this person knows me from somewhere. Then while he's trying to process it, you you're firing on with your points. No, then pain points, like I said earlier, the point is going through, you're struggling to get something done. These are things that you can easily note maybe while you're doing the research. Then achievements, if there's any achievements he achieved, sorry, there are things he achieved last year. Maybe now, for example, in my case, I think I shared my this like me speaking in this He's speaking in the second class. Yes, the second class I had here. I think I shared that on my Facebook profile. It was somehow like an achievement for me, kind of, because I've not really had some kind of audience. Like, so, for sorry, like I've not gone live on YouTube before now. So I shared that as in like an achievement or a milestone that I got. So someone that wants to pitch to me about how to get started on YouTube and all of that can easily pitch to me from that angle. Can easily pitch to me from that angle. And I had a whole lot of person that pitched to me from that angle. Say after I shared those things, can pitch to me. Maybe you want me to start my YouTube channel, you want me to get the video to that place, you want me to start making money from YouTube. Since going through my the video I made, or maybe going through my listing, you notice that wow, the session I did on YouTube, or the session that was streamed live on YouTube, was so powerful, and such kind of things should be on YouTube. You can pitch from that angle, and I would find it okay or profitable. So pick a narrow target or case study. There is a cold email does not mean you cannot bring in other people within that same niche or within that same case study. Like if I want to send cold emails to all the vice chancellors in universities, so the only thing I may need to change is maybe name of university. Maybe if there are specific pain points that that university is going through, I may do that. But I may not really go into details. But I can just speak. Maybe I want to speak to the vice chancellors. I just pick a narrow target. The product I have, or maybe the service I want to offer, is for universities. I can just pick that narrow niche and now use that, not maybe diversifying or maybe saying entrepreneurs, online vendors. That is a bit generic. It can kind of reduce the effect of the email that you are writing. So leverage lead magnets. Lead magnets are just things that you offer for free, maybe in exchange for some kind of favor, maybe details that you can use to code email some kind of person. Like now, if lead magnets can be an ebook, it can be a case study, it can be some templates, it can be anything that you can give out for free. It can even be a 30 minutes call. It can even be a 30 minutes call, clarity call with a person. It can be a lead magnet you're giving to the person. It can be anything that can be accessed free of charge. You're giving to the person, maybe in exchange for maybe a detail, his detail or any kind of stuff. So just like most times when online vendors, maybe when course creators or maybe authors publish a new book and they want to give it out for free, they tell you they're giving this thing for free. To get it, click this link, and when you go there, you'll be required to fill your name, maybe your email and phone numbers, and before you now be given access to that lead magnet, to that free offer. So that free offer, that lead magnet was kind of a way of using it to get what they want, which is your email list. Sorry, your email address, which they will now use to be sending you messages, promotional messages, uh, before they now sell to you maybe via email. So keep it short. Don't make it too long. Be friendly and humorous. Don't let it not be as if it's a robot that is talking. Make it look as if it's a human that is conversing with them. And the more friendly and personal you sound, like as if you're addressing a friend, the more you escape that email from going to the spam folder of that person's email. But if you sound friendly, like you're not sounding salesy, you're not sounding as if it's a robot that wrote it, you stand more chance of having your email, of having the email in the inbox of your prospects. So these are the tips for writing cold emails. These are just tips. And this is a code. Mr. David, hope I'm still audible. And hello. To be sure. David. David. Okay, let me proceed. I believe I'm audible, still audible. So this is a key code emailing framework. There are others, but I'll just use this one because it appealed to me like more. It appealed to me more. So I'll use this to show you maybe the structure, maybe the format, the framework, how to. These are just like a template that I can use to. This is like a template you can use. Just a second. This is a template you can use to write your code. Sorry for that. So it's called the pain formula. The pain formula. I think I said something close to this during the last time when I talked about content marketing frameworks. I talked about PAS, PAS, which is problem, agitates, solution. I don't know if it was in my class that I taught that, but this is a framework I use to write your cold emails, and it will be highly converting, and it has like the open rate will be massive. So one is the first is the relevant intro, a relevant intro or first line, then pain, solution, and call to action. And call to action. So this, okay, the relevant intro, which is your first line, that is after maybe dear Joseph, or maybe, yeah, dear Joseph. This is where this is where your most of your research, this thing comes into play, where you make them feel, where you make your email feel more personalized, like make it feel more personalized. The person know that this person maybe has done a research about me, or maybe knows me from somewhere or something like that. So you speak to them in a very kind of personalized way, or maybe find a connecting point, or maybe find something you can use that has a reference to them. So that is where you come in, the relevant intro. Then the pain is where you introduce any pain point that they have, maybe something that are going through at the moment, or maybe a solution or maybe a problem you feel that they need to solve, or maybe something that you feel they need to introduce into their business or into their brand to make it a lot more easier. Then your solution is where you bring in a solution, like your product, if it's a product, or maybe a product, but it has to be free. You bring in your product and pitch from that place of solution that, yeah, you have a solution to this, you can give them access to it and all of that. Then a call to action is where you tell them, okay, this is a link for you to access the free offer that I have for you. So this is a code email I just wrote. It looks a bit long, but I didn't really have time to kind of reduce it for you to look similar. But while getting on board this, getting the slides ready, I just got this email stuff. I just got this code email ready. Dave, please a minute, please.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Joseph. We can hear you loud and clear. Please just go ahead. Yeah.
So this is a code email sample I wrote using the pain framework. So I believe it's going to be insightful to us. It starts by you greeting the person. Hey, Joseph, I just wrote it like to myself. Let me assume someone is writing this to me, and I believe this is something I know will appeal to me. If someone that is just getting to speak with me for the first time and I'm seeing this will appeal to me. So you know what will appeal to you, but this will appeal to me based on what I'm into. So, hey, Joseph, just finish going through your Facebook profile. Facebook profile is where I'm mostly very, very active. Just finish going through your Facebook profile and was shocked to see that you've trained over 800 freelancers in landing jobs in Upwork, with one of them landing a $1,000 job in Upwork. Me seeing this will know that this person is either, let me know, okay. Me seeing this will give me an impression that this person knows me from, not really knowing me from somewhere. Maybe he has been an active follower, or maybe he's not an active follower, but someone that has taken time to go through my profile, to go through the things I do on Facebook. So it makes me feel, okay, so what does the person want to see? What does the person want to say as regards that? So, wow, that is a huge feat. Congratulations. Like I said, sound appreciative, sound in a way that makes the person feel that, yes, this person is not just, is someone that honors someone, is someone that appreciates what someone is doing, someone that is good with compliments and all of that. So because there's nobody that rejects compliments somehow. Yeah. If you sound in a way that you don't appreciate the thing they're doing, they may not really give you an attention. But if you come from a place of you take note of even the minutest thing that they may not even consider as important, and you make it look as if it's important, that is a huge. Celebrate them, make them feel. Imagine when they said, let me just go a bit spiritual. They said, prayer moves mountain, but praises move God. So there's a way you praise, and God will have no choice than to come life and like inhabits what you're doing, inhabit the praise of your people. So congratulate, like find every possible means to make the person feel special. Find every possible means to congratulate the person for any feat you feel the person have achieved. You may not know that while he's even reading that he's smiling. If you don't know if he had a bad day, and while reading this he's smiling, you'll be like, wow, like he kind of has this better perspective about himself. You don't know what he's going through, and you're bringing this thing to him. It's kind of reminding him that yes, he's doing well. You say congratulations. Nothing with this. I immediately went to check if your course is listed on Udemy. I was shocked seeing that it wasn't there, especially with the kind of result I saw from your students or from your course. An average, I may now say, do you know that an average similar course on Udemy, like average Upwork mastery course on Udemy, even with less reviews and low rating, generates over $200,000 dollars annually for the creator. Now, with the kind of result and review generated from your course, imagine the tons of money you make by listing your course there. Does it look like what you'd be interested in doing? In that way, you're not sounding as if you want to force something on them. You're not sounding, no matter how amazing your idea is sounding, you're not trying to force them on it. You're trying to still come from a place of you being kind of suggestive instead of maybe persuasive. So does this look like what you'd be interested in doing? Luckily, we have a 10 minutes, or maybe I have a 10 minutes demo that will help you list, that will guide you in how to list your course there for free. Click XYZ to access it. Best regards, Okon. So someone, let me say me, reading this for the first time, and it's someone I don't know, I will feel a bit relaxed because this person has taken time to do his work, and he's coming from a place of he means good for me, and he's not coming from to pitch anything to me at the moment. Even if he's trying to pitch something to me, but it's free. It's free. So I would like to, if I go through it and maybe something I like, I may now kind of reach out, or maybe if they have a follow-up, anybody that is doing cold emailing should have a follow-up plan for that cold email is sending. So they may have a follow-up plan to say, okay, have you gone through the free demo I sent to you? Hope it was helpful. I'm ready. I'm open for questions and all of that. So that way the relationship keep building up till a place of trust is reached where you can now market anything to the person. So I hope that is clear enough. Hope that is clear enough. And you may be asking, how do I get this email that I will use to, that how will I get these emails of these people that I used to cold email them? How am I going to get them? How am I going to even know that these tools will kind of help you a lot? So the first one is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn has this, it's not a built-in feature, kind of a built-in, but it's not, you will not readily have access to it. Maybe you sign up on LinkedIn, except you check for it. You just like Google. Google has another, they have other kind of features or yeah, or tools, let me call it tools. There's something called Google Scholar, where it's different from the Google, but it's where you found premium articles and all of that. So, but this one is, yeah, is we want to have access to it. There's a link for that. So what this one does is that if you want to speak to maybe, let me say, you want to speak to the CEOs in a web design agency or web design company, you want to speak to all the CEOs there, or your code emails for all the CEOs. So what you just do is to go to this tool. It's a premium tool, but it has I think it has a 30 days trial where you can maybe test it out if it's something you feel like, but you have to input your account details, sorry, your credit card information and all of that. So if you want to now proceed further, like after the 3-month trial, they'll now start charging you. But I don't the rate is around 30 something thousand. It's not really much, especially if you're generating much results from this. 1 month is too much. Like the kind of money you make if you're able to use that 1 month very well, could email people, get them to sign up. Imagine if one of your products or maybe one of your services is around 100,000 in naira, maybe, or maybe $1,000, and you are able to use cold emailing to close, like to initiate a relationship with that client that may now possibly lead to sales. It helps, like $1,000 compared to that amount, you see that it's almost nothing. So it's almost nothing, by the way. So use this to search maybe for keywords. You may just go there and say websites, or maybe websites, or maybe you can say universities, or you can say something like, and this tool helps you a lot. I wish I can just kind of show us a quick demo, but let me just, if you just go there, it's just very self-explanatory. When you perform this test, maybe with a keyword, it allows you to select maybe the title of the person. It helps you to select so that you are selecting the right person, maybe CEOs, sales rep, marketing executives, and all of that. It can help you to select those people, select the account of these people on LinkedIn. So you pick the keyword you put, the company, you can select the title, you can select the number of maybe the size of staff, or maybe work strength that they have. You can select any field that you feel would, like, that you want to really address. You can now select it and run a search. When you run a search, it will now bring up the accounts of these people, because one thing is that a whole lot of clients, a whole lot of companies, executives, the staffs, and maybe even their workers, their staff, most of them are on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is like a career company, career job kind of platform where maybe I'm a CEO and maybe I need someone to work on my job or anything. It's that place I can easily get it. People go there for a whole lot of job hunting, and LinkedIn has done it such a way that they they give you even notification for jobs. When jobs, if I want to hire now, LinkedIn sends all these informations to you if you remember that. So it's a place that you can really get. It's a place that you can really get It's a place. So it's a place that you can really get relevant information that you need. So with this now, you can have access to the account of your prospective or your target. This is a minute, please. So it's a place that you can really get these informations that you need. You get the account of the exact people that you need. If you need someone that maybe if you need access to accounts of CEOs that are working in website design agency, you can have access to that. And you can have access to maybe the companies that have this kind of strength, and maybe they have 5 staff, 10 staff in their company. You want to know maybe even those in they even have a way of selecting geographical area, maybe someone that is in Lagos, someone that is in USA. If you want to select the CEOs that are working in a website design company in USA, you can select that. It gives you that search functionality. It gives you that search functionality to choose from. Then from there, you can now dig up other details that you need, like their email. But there's also another tool that you can use to check out their email, their exact email, which is hunter.io. Hunter.io. Mainly you go here. What you just need to do, I forgot to add a screenshot of that to you here. What you do, mainly you open this now and log in. Sorry, sign up. There will just be a search this thing for you, where you can now maybe search for, let's say, should I say boat? For example, now maybe boat company want to get the emails of everyone, if maybe all the workers in boat company, or maybe in Upwork. If you just search Upwork and hit search, hit enter, it will bring up all the emails that you need. Then if you want to get a specific one, maybe you want to confirm the email you have, you can also use the hunter.io. Maybe the email you saw in the LinkedIn profile, you want to confirm it. Or maybe you want to get all the emails of those working in a particular company, you can get that. Just do a quick search, then compare what you have if it's the same. Or maybe anyhow you want to run your search. But these key tools, LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, hunter.io, will help you a great deal. A great deal. There's no other way. Instead of you going to buy email list and all of that, you use this to get what you want and do your search. The other thing with the LinkedIn Sales Navigator is that it also helps you to track your results. It helps you to track if the prospect opened the email, if he opened the email, if he read through the email, if he took action, like if there was a click through on your email, like he clicked the call to action, maybe where he read and stopped, something of that nature. It helps you to track that so that you can know how to do a subsequent follow-up. Proposify also does that for you. It helps you to track your results, to track your cold email result, and know if they help you to know if this email was delivered, if the email was opened, if the email was read, if the call to action you placed there, maybe a link, maybe to the demo, to anything, to the lead magnet, if it was opened, or it helps you to track all these results so that if you want to follow up, you are still following up from a place of clarity. The person would think that, how is this person knowing my action around what he's doing? It gives this person an impression that, yes, these people, they are an expert in what they're doing. For example, now you're able to tell him that, hey, I noticed, okay, I'm happy when I noticed that you opened the free demo I sent to you. Please, have you gone through it? Do you have any question and all of that? So it helps in follow-up process. So that is that for this. And now I want to show us that this cold email stuff is very, very important. I want to give us a typical scenario. Because I said I'm a freelance corporate and work. There was a job I was kind of working on before now. The clients, what the client requested was that I write first line email, like first line of an email. I should write the first line of an email for his company. So, because I said that if you remember, I said that your first think here, I say your first line, your relevant intro should be so specific. Like it should be so specific and uniquely crafted for that particular person. Like where I said here, if you check my first line, I said just finish going through your Facebook profile and was shocked to see that you've trained over 800 freelancers and landing jobs in Upwork, with one of them landing a $1,000 job in Upwork. So you see that this is so specific. It's hard to have any other person that have done these figures, especially when the figures are added there. This figure, 800 and $1,000. It's hard to find someone that have done that figure. It's hard to get. So the person said he wanted to write first line emails for his company, for his clients, for cold emails. So, and how they do is that they'll send you, they've done the job already for you. They've generated the emails you need. They've generated the linked, maybe the LinkedIn profile of the person that they want you to cold email. So they'll put it in an Excel kind of sheet, an Excel sheet, maybe name, their website, the person's website, the person's email, the person's LinkedIn profile. So the only thing you'll be required to do is to search the person on LinkedIn, or maybe check his website, check his Facebook profile, anywhere, just check and extract the details that you need. Extract the details that you need. Extract the details that you need to help you write a first line email. That's just what they need. And maybe they have an already written other parts of the copy, sorry, of the email, where they will just maybe tweak a little. You just tweak it a little. So, for example, now let me show you what I'm saying. For example, now this first line that says just finish going through your Facebook profile is there. So that cannot be repeated for any other person. Maybe this code email was for course creators that don't have their course on Udemy. So this is specifically crafted for me. The other part of this can be adjusted, like it can be modified. Maybe just come here. It can be modified. It can even be the same structure. Just copy and paste and just tweak a little. But this first line has to be unique and personalized for the person. The person here may not be, another person may not be active on Facebook, is active on TikTok, is active on YouTube, is active on any other platform and all of that. So you do that research well. So that is just the job requirement. The job requirement was just write first line emails, just first line of an email for the client. And the pay was very encouraging. I think, yeah. And I've forgotten how much it was that, but I think it was $100 plus. So just write first email, and that was it. Just that was. So you know that this thing you're discussing is something that is very, very important. So it helps them to get the client's attention. It helps them to get the client's attention. It helps them to make the client to maybe read the thing they have for them, establish relationship with the person, and see if the person is someone they can work with. The person now shows interest, they now proceed. Before you know it, a deal is closed. But that first line, that code email has to be written in a very unique and personalized way for that to continue. So I think we took a whole lot of time in this aspect of code emailing and all of that. So if you're very good in it, you're sure to have a whole lot in store for you in a place like Upwork. Even if you just write personalize the first line of an email and all of that. So that is something that is very, very important. So the next aspect we are looking into is email marketing. Email marketing. Just finished code emailing. This is email marketing. What is it? It's a marketing strategy where businesses send promotional emails. This one is promotional emails, unlike the other one, it's not promotional. You're trying to build a relationship with the person. Promotional messages to prospect or customers MMAs via email. You're trying to maybe send promotional messages to prospects, like people that are new to your list, or maybe customers that already existed. You're sending it one to many, maybe a group of them. Maybe those that bought from you before, a group of them sent to them. Maybe those that got your lead magnets and submitted their emails, you send to them. They are like in batch kind of. So there you can easily still write a personalized kind of email. They will not know it's general, but the way it will come, since they will not have something in common with them, you've already established a relationship with them. So it's easier for you to pitch from that place you've established a relationship with them, like saying, have you read through the book that you downloaded, something of that nature. You can even send that to many of them and now get response. But in the first place, there was no connecting point. There was no connecting point. But this one, you can easily follow up. You can easily follow up in a generalized way. Have you downloaded? Hope you got value from the book. Hope you got value from the webinar and all of that. So unlike cold emails, it's not personalized, but one to many. But what makes it look as if it's personalized is that the name and your name that they use there makes it look as if it's personalized, but it's not. So why email marketing? For lead generation, to nurture leads, like for lead generation, like I said, when you get a lead magnet in exchange for your details. To nurture leads, like when they now get that your email address, they add it to their email list. When they add it to their email list, they now, like, email lists are like a group of email addresses that gives you permission, or a group of people that are giving you permission to share, to send them emails. These are like your email list. So when they now give you that their email address, you now from there you start nurturing them, start establishing a relationship with them, start sending them educative content, start nurturing them, start building that KLT factor in them, start establishing yourself as an authority in your niche by dishing out value, showing that you are maybe sharing results or anything before you now market them. You can also use it to promote your content. Some use it like for sending newsletters and all of that. They think someone like Mr. John Obidi of Esther Africa, he uses that to promote his content because it's email is like it's not a rented platform unlike social media. It's a owned, like it's a platform you can own yourself. So unlike social media where you can be you can be logged out anytime. Your account can be hacked, your account can be disabled or anything. But in email, you have a high percentage rate of control over what you're doing. So you can use it to promote your content to your audience via email because it can be easily opened. So it boosts brand awareness, and also it boosts brand awareness. If you want to introduce your brand, a new brand to your customer, maybe your prospect or already existing customer, maybe a new product that came up, you want to do that, so you can do that. You can also use that to make your brand to be on top of their mind, like them always seeing your content. Just like whenever I use Bolt, okay, since I started using Bolt, every time they will always send me an email. I'm always seeing a notification from maybe Bolt or maybe from Jumia kind of. So me always seeing that, I may see that I remember, oh, I wanted to go for a place on Sunday. Okay, I'll use their service and all of that. Sometimes you see discounts and all the stuff they send to you. You may not read it, but it helps to boost that brand awareness. Hope you still remember us kind of awareness. For marketing your brand, to generate revenue via sales, yeah, you market your product, the new one you market, but let it be people that you've already given value. That's why email list you can segment your email list. Those that are new, those that are on the place of your nurturing them, maybe those that have now trusted you enough, so you can easily market new product to them and get them to take action with them because they now trust you. So you can use to generate revenue via sales. When there's a new stock, you let them know. When there's need for them to refill something, maybe it's a gas kind of stuff, there's need for them to refill, you do that. Can use it to build relationship, can use it for traffic generation to sites. For example, now in Quora now that I talked about the last time, Quora has a way of, that is one thing that increases traffic of content. When someone makes a post, when someone makes a gives an answer to a question on Quora, Quora has a way of sending valuable content to participants or to members of Quora via their emails. So in that email, they'll just send you, like, it will be maybe the intro, and at the end, there will now be a link to Quora where you can now read the full story. So in that way, they are driving traffic so that even if you are not active on Quora, the app itself, because the app works in such a way that you don't get notification except maybe you're active there, or maybe your app is on and all of that. But if your app is not on, maybe it's not be logged in, you will not get notification. So they will now send you those notifications via emails. So if you open and it's something you like to read, you open it, and it helps to drive traffic to their sites so that people can view those things. So you can use it for your website. If you have a website or the website of your client, you can use that. It's a good way for driving traffic. That is where email teasers come up. Use it to drive traffic. If it's a content, in the blog post, anything new thing that comes up, maybe a new purchase, use that, drop a link to there and take it to your site. So it helps a lot. So there are three basic requirements. One is an email list. Like I said, an email is a group of people that have given you permission to send them emails. An email service provider, like there are lots of email service providers that are in place. So like Gmail is an email service provider. Though there is email service provider, and there's also one you can use to automate. There's Gmail, there's a whole lot of them, which there's Yahoo, there's Gmail, there's Outlook, there's Yahoo Mail, there's Hotspot, there's Zoho Mail, which is most secured kind of email, can easily track fake emails. There's iCloud for Mac users. There's Hushmail, there's Proton Mail, a whole lot of them. I didn't list them out here, so you just take time and go through them. So these are the things you need to look into. An email list, an email service provider. Check the one that you need. Check the one that is unique and necessary to the kind of thing you want to do. Then a clearly defined goal. Why do you want to? What is the aim of what you want to do? Is it to generate leads? Is it to nurture them? Is it to promote? Is it to promote? Market your product? Is it for brand awareness? You have to have a clearly defined goal. Is this clearly defined goal that will help you to know the kind of campaign, email marketing campaign, that you're going to use to drive, to push the whole stuff to them? Like if you want to introduce a new product, so maybe it's one that's got your lead magnets, you know the kind of promotional content. Maybe the aim is that you want to launch a paid course at the end. So you now know the aim of me doing this is for me to nurture this person and build a level of trust. So it will lead to the kind of emails you should be sending the person. You don't just send random emails. You should know the kind of email you send the person to kind of take this person from one level of knowledge, awareness, trust to another, till this person ends up buying from you. So you should have a clearly defined goal. So these are tips for high performing email marketing. So the first thing is that you should define your audience. Define your audience. Let's your audience be defined. Know the people that you want to address. That it's a one-to-many kind of email. That it is one-to-many does not mean it should be very, very general, like so generalized that the person you're speaking to cannot find himself in that email. So that should not happen. Like if you the first class we had about generating content ideas, I talked about you finding keywords, finding unique pain points, and all of that. You can use that. You can say, okay, this email, this particular one is for freelancers. Like, you can segment your email into, you can segment your email list into segments where you can say, okay, I'm speaking to this email, this is for freelancer, this one is for online vendors, this one is for affiliate marketers, so that you will know which email to send to who, so that it speaks to them in a very unique way. And if there are pain points that are unique within that niche, within that audience type, you can easily address it there. So establish your goal, as I've said before. What is the aim of you sending out this email? Build your email list. Build your email lists. You can use, there are many ways you can use to build your email list. You can use lead magnets to build your email list. You can use maybe content, valuable content. You're always sending them valuable content. You can use that to build your email list. There are lots of ways you can use to build your email list. So have an email marketing campaign. Like, as I said, email marketing campaign. But I don't think I've said that before. These are a series of content that you've planned out, you've scheduled to send to your prospect or already existing customer with a particular aim in mind, with a particular goal in mind, So that is what email marketing can. Have an email marketing campaign, have a schedule, Maybe you can say, I want to be sending these people emails every Thursday or every Friday, maybe based on the audience you have. Maybe you are speaking to bankers. You should know the time that the times that they will be available. Like bankers, for example, now you know that maybe they will only be available maybe on Saturday and on Sunday. So you do that schedule. You know that, okay, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the night, they will not be available. You should know, like, you should have a structure of when to send that email so that it will be open. Because if it's not open, then your effort was wasted. Maybe if you know that they have break by around 1, then you can send emails during that time, so that during that break time, they can go through your emails. So that maybe they'll put on their data, they would your email would be one of the notifications they get. And as they're getting it, the subject line is very attention grabbing. Easily open it. So then measure your results. How to measure results? I've already told us the tools you can use to measure results. You can use let me go back there again so that you can be seeing it. You can use LinkedIn sales. You can use Proposify to do that. You can even do a manual, not a manual. You can use your email marketing. You can use your email automation tools. Like if you're using MailChimp, there are email automation tools like MailChimp, HubSpot, Active Campaign. I will think that after this class, I'll drop it in the WhatsApp chat, but I'll drop it there so that you can easily see them. Then there's a Send in Blue, there's OmniSend, there's Get Response, there's Constant Contact. So with that, you can easily measure your result to know, was this thing opened? Was because this how will I put it? Sorry, these email automation tools, they help you to automate the process and helps to make the whole lot easier. It helps you to manage your email list and all those things. So you can easily track your results there. It makes tracking of results very easy. It's not that you cannot track your result manually, but with this, it makes it easier. It gives you a kind of report to show you that, yeah, you've been able to do this, you've been able to send to this person. So let me. So I said, have an email marketing campaign, have a schedule, measure your results. Don't just be measuring your results will help you to know if there's need for you to improve, if there's need for a tweak in your headline, if there's need for you to work on the rules, because email platform, they have service providers, they have rules that you must abide so that your email will even be delivered to your clients and to your prospects. They have rules. So if you mess up with those rules, your email may not even be sent to them. It may just enter the spam folder, and anything that enter the spam folder may not be opened, except you give the person the direct instruction to even check the spam folder. Then you stand a chance of your email being seen. So how to write emails that gets results? Know your audience. I think I've said that before. Craft a hard to not ignore subject line, because if your subject line is not hard, is easy to be ignored, then it may not be opened. And if it's not opened, it will not be read. And if it's not read, action will not be taken on it. And if that does not happen, then your email, this thing was wasted. So craft a hard to ignore subject line. And what will help you to do that is by using keywords that are related to that niche. For example, now if I want to talk about copywriting, I can use keywords like converting. I can use keywords like lead generation, keywords like offer creation, and all those keywords that are related. If I want to talk about content creation or content writing, I can use things like plagiarized, engaging, and all of that. So if I want to use those kind of keywords, it makes the person know that, yeah, this person is he knows what he's doing. He's either an authority in this, or he's knowledgeable about this. So use keywords. Pitch benefits. Don't pitch requests. Buy this, do this. No, pitch benefits and say 5 ways to increase the engagement of your profile, on your content, and say 5 ways to increase conversion on your copy. Just pitch benefits. Let it be something that will be beneficial enough for the person to open. Let it be something that is beneficial enough for the person to open, because if the person does not open it, then it was wasted. So pitch benefits, striking benefits. Walk around, use curiosity kind of statement that helps to make them open, because if there's no curiosity, if they feel this thing this person is saying, they already know it, then they may not open it. So for example, I can use something like, say, how to get your account approved within 5 minutes. How to get your Upwork account approved within 5 minutes. Someone that was having issues getting his Upwork account approved, seeing that will easily want to click, because be like, is that possible? Use headlines. Sorry, use subject lines that makes the person ask, is this impossible? Is it possible? Like, and then kind of personalized, and use things that makes it look as if you're being kind of direct. Make it easy to read. Don't let it be white spacing. Let it be formatting on your email. So try to, that is something that is sent one to me does not mean you should done anyhow. Let it be something that is presentable, that the person can easily assist. Just as my slides now are easy to read, and they are easy to read because there's white spacing, there's formatting, although much formatting was not done here. But in other slides, you can see kind of formatting, you can see formatting, bolding, and all of that. So make it presentable to the eye to read. And that will really help. So leverage storytelling. Storytelling helps a lot to engage with someone. It helps to make someone read something. It helps a lot. So leverage storytelling. I don't know if there's any place I use storytelling. I think I may have used that. If I want to pitch an Upwork account approval service to someone, maybe via email, I just tell a story of how I was struggling to get my Upwork account approved, and it did not work. And Upwork told me they would get back to me, and they did not. And at the end, I got a rejection. And when I now started searching for a solution, I encountered a course that gave me a template on how to get my account approved. And when I was done doing that, within 5 seconds of submitting my, within 5 seconds of submitting my account, I got my account approved. Submitting my details, I got my account approved. So that is like a story. So find a way to tell a story. Maybe from the opening, the first opening line, you can start with a story. people like reading stories. They like it a lot. So when you can use that as a business person to pitch a whole lot. So trigger emotions, you can use things like fear of missing out. You can use maybe social proof. Sorry, not social proof. Trigger emotions. Use things like uh, how fear of missing out by maybe this offer ends today. The 50% discount ends today. Just find something that will make them be like want to take action immediately. Either you're coming from a place of pain, or maybe you're coming from a place of them missing out on something. So that will help a lot. It will help a lot, a lot, a lot. So and show credibility, show credibility, show credibility. Find every way, maybe 2 reviews. You can send them even a link while you're speaking to me. You can send them even a link to your website if your reviews are not on your if your reviews are not cannot be contained on your emails. Maybe a screenshot of them cannot be contained, then you can send them a link to your website where those reviews are there, I mean, where those testimonials are there. But for me now, I can send them a link to a Google, should I call it a Google? Yeah, sorry, Google Drive where I saved all my testimonials. I can just send them a link to that, or even find them, screenshot one and use there, then send them a link to others. Maybe seeing that one will make them want to see the rest. I just drop a link. So show credibility, show how many people you've worked with, the number of clients you've worked with, show how many years your company have been in existence, show a whole lot, anything that will make them to trust you the more, that make them feel you will not run away with their business. If you have a license, use it. I'm saying this thing even if you're working for clients so that you know the kind of details you request from them. It will help a lot. So don't pitch right away. Try as much as possible not to pitch right away, especially for cold emails. Try not to pitch right away. Try to take them through a process till the trust is there. Let it be that it's only when maybe when you don't share your results, your reviews, your other forms of credibility, that's when you will now pitch to the person. Not when you are still trying to establish relationship, you are desperate to make a sale, you're desperate to get their money and you're pitching. No, it will you receive a whole lot of bounce back. So that's will really help you. So email marketing analysis. These are ways to analyze your email and know if it's doing well, if it's doing well, if it's doing well. This is also a part of you checking results, which is the last topic. Is also a way of you checking the results and know if what you're doing is analyzing the results you have and improving on them. There's something called A/B tests. A/B test or maybe split testing. So this is a way of you kind of testing one variable of maybe your email against others. Like, let me use for example so that I don't confuse you now. For example, now if you've written an email, or maybe an email copy, or let me just say a general email, and you've checked in Proposify, you've checked on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and you've checked on maybe your email automation tools, and you've seen the response, you've seen the open rates, you've seen the click rates and click-through rates and all of that, and you feel you want to improve on the results you're getting. Maybe it was much was not delivered. You sent out 100 and 50 was delivered, or maybe you sent 50 was delivered, and out of that 50, only 10 was opened. And maybe out of that 10, only 2 got a click-through rate, like only 2 persons clicked on it. I want to improve on that results. You now pick, maybe for example, now you decide to change the heading. If for example now, if your problem is about open rates, there was not much open rates, you know that yes, because what affects open rates greatly is your subject line. That's what affects open rates greatly. So you can choose to now change headline, change your subject line to something maybe more personal and all of that. So maybe something more beneficial. Maybe they did not open it because it did not look beneficial to them. Something more beneficial, something more curious, something that is more kind of personalized. So you can do that. You can now, like you're testing only the subject line, just change the subject line, while other variables are constant, like the body, the call to action, and all of that, they are constant. So the one that is the original content can be version A. The one that you changed the heading, sorry, the subject line can be version B. So you now maybe send that email again with the new headline and now track the results you get. Maybe it may now have an increased open rate, it may now have increased deliverable and all of that. So you kind of do that. It will, is a minute, please. Okay. So if you do that, you now check your results and know if the version B, like the one you change the subject line, is performing better. But then you now know which to drop and which to continue with. You can another thing you can do is to leave every other thing, and if maybe you are having issues with the click rates, the click that people are not clicking it, you're having issues with the click rates, you now maybe work on the call to action. Make it, look at it and see if this thing is looking confusing. Is it looking confusing? Try to make it clear, try to make it simple, try to make it actionable, easy to take action on. Don't tell them to take action on 5 things. You tell them, if this looks like what you want, click this thing to get started. So you try to work on it, maybe change it and change that for this other one and now apply. If you feel the opening line wasn't attention grabbing enough, maybe for your cold email or maybe for this, you work on it. Work on your cold email. Maybe they had open rates. It was opened, but when they now came in, the first line was not interesting enough. They now left. So you have to, maybe that is what alpha slash beta, like I think that is alpha slash beta test. We are testing one version with another using each one variable per time. So that will help you to know when you compare the two, the result that the two are having, you now know which to drop and which to continue with. So there's another one called, okay, so set email marketing KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. So deliverability, okay, I forgot to say one. If you're having issues with deliverability, like if you're having issues, your email being delivered to their inbox, because one thing is that when you send out email, it's either it's bounced, maybe the emails are not correct, or it is sent to the person's inbox if it is correct, or it is sent to a spam folder of that person's email. So if your emails are not, if your emails are always, you're not much are not being delivered, maybe you sent out 100, only 20 was delivered. They need to check and be sure that the emails they provided is correct. Need to also check that if the subject line you use is too salesy, like it's too promotional in nature. If it's looking too promotional in nature, then they will send it to the spam folder. But if it's not, you send it to the person inbox. So you also in your alpha slash beta test, if that is what A and B means, you can modify the subject line such that it will not be too promotional, so that it will not be sent to their spam folder. So the open rates, set email marketing KPIs like deliverability, the open rates, and the click-through rates. You check that. You also check the unsubscribes. These are the people that unsubscribe from your email. Maybe your email is looking offensive to them, is looking kind of yes, let me use offensive. It's offensive to them. So if you had one, if you had 100 subscribers in your email list, and after sending a particular email, you notice that your number of subscribers are now 50. You know that 50% unsubscribed from your email list. You now know that there's a problem. You now have to check your subject line, check your opening line, check your content, check the click-through rate, sorry, check the call to action, the button or any other thing. Check everything and be sure that there's nothing that is looking too kind of offensive, or maybe kind of fraudulent. Kind of try to check them, and also be sure that you are giving value, because if you're not giving value, people will easily unsubscribe from your email list. So be sure that what you're giving is of value, that what you're giving is beneficial to that person, because if not beneficial to the person will unsubscribe. So you have to check all these things so that you measure your success and know if you're doing well. So adjust email components. I've talked about adjusting your subject line, then the schedule. The schedule is very, very important. If you're sending emails to someone, maybe for example, a banker that opens, goes to work by 8, comes back around 6 or thereabouts, and you notice that the person, there's no, the open rate is reduced, is less, you can try to modify the schedule or the schedule of that. Then maybe if you've been sending it in the morning, try sending in the evening or try sending in the afternoon. But you should do your quick search and know when they are always available, when they are not working. Then you send that. Maybe for a student, or maybe let's say for a teacher now, you know that teachers, they go to school by the morning and come back in the evening, maybe around 2, so in the afternoon around 2, 3, 4, 5 at most they're back. So you can use that to use that time, send it when they are back from work, maybe send it during break time and all of that. So you should know when to send so that increase rate will be there. So you can do all these tests, maybe send out a particular email in the morning, then send another version in the afternoon, send another version in the evening. Check the one that had more open rates, then try to stick to that schedule because it will help. Because the main aim is for your email to be opened, to be read, mostly to be opened, because when it is opened, then there's a greater percentage that it will be read and a greater percentage that action will be taken on it. So that is that for this. I've talked about the result, how you measure results, and there's something I forgot to talk about during the we're almost to the end of this class. There's something I forgot to talk during you generating emails and when you're doing research for the kind of clients you want to, the prospects you want to address. You must not go through those tools I mentioned. You can easily go to maybe a LinkedIn. If the person is on LinkedIn, just go to the list and just run a quick search. Because those tools I mentioned are mostly for you to get their emails and be sure that you are addressing the right person, like the title, the, the company, the location, and all of that. But you can get some of those details, like those things, that will help to make it easier. Imagine you want to talk to 1,000 person and you have to go through their email, go through their list one after the other. It can be hectic. But if you can do it manually by just going to the person's LinkedIn profile, just check 1 or 2 details that the person have, and then just run a quick check, maybe go to the Facebook profile, do a quick check. You can see their email address there. You can see any of their details there. You can just see 1 or 2 details you can use, maybe their email or anything that you can use to reach to them. And cold email, it must not be via email. It must not be via email. It can be via, it can also be via LinkedIn. Because if they are always on LinkedIn, then you can also talk to them directly on LinkedIn by maybe sending them connecting with them, then sending it via their inbox, and also cold email via their LinkedIn and any other direct messaging kind of platform. But the main thing is for you to have a one-on-one touch with the person, have a personal relation with the person. So it helps a lot. It helps a lot. So I think I'm done with every other thing apart from the third topic, which is external marketing channels. So external marketing channels, that is the last thing we'll look into before I call it a night for this session. External marketing channels are these like these are the kind of marketing channels, maybe platforms that has to do with like when you have to market, when you have to market maybe your products or anything outside, let me just say outside email. Let me use it that way. Let me say outside email. So a whole lot of channels exist. There are lots of other ways. We just mentioned about email, which has to do with more of a one-on-one internal kind of marketing means, but the other ones that are a bit external. So one of them is websites. One of them is websites. When you come to a website, you know that this is not an internal kind of marketing channel. It's not an internal kind of marketing channel. It's not. So it's not an internal kind of marketing channel. Is yeah, if you come to a website, you know that yes, this one is not an internal, but it's external. So this website is social media interaction. There is a print media like maybe the flyers and print media and all of that. There is a TV and radio ads. These are other ways you can use to market your product, market your brand. So there's TV and radio ads where you go to radio, go to TV, and you talk about your product. Maybe they give you 30 minutes to talk about your product. You talk about your product there. Then we have affiliate marketing where others can be used. Other sales rep can be used to market your product externally. That is outside that internal means you use to relate with your people. Then there's influencer marketing where you pay an influencer, maybe you pay a celebrity to market your product, to market your brand to his audience, to his network, and all of that. So that helps. Then there's a CEO like search engine optimization, where your content is written in such a way that people anywhere can always access it, maybe via Google and all of that. So a whole lot of marketing channels which can leverage on like websites, social media, can build a very massive brand there and communicate with one, can communicate to as many persons as you want. Anybody can come in there. Unlike the aspect of email, someone needs to have, you need to give someone permissions. People cannot just walk into your email list and you cannot just have access. They need to be given access to it before they come in. So, but these other ones, someone does not need access to get your message. They don't need access, they don't need permission to get your message because your message is public, like it's open. Anybody can have access to it and all of that. So, and any of these ones can actually be promoted, and it helps to make your marketing efforts to be productive. So that's for that. So I'm done with this, and I'll be expecting our questions. If you have questions and that's what I've taught you, you can bring them up right away, or you drop them in the YouTube. You drop them in the WhatsApp group, and I will.
All right. So Joe, thanks for that session. That was really an insightful one. So just a few questions from the chat, from the live chat on YouTube. Someone asked, is subject line the same as headline? One other person asked, how can you reconcile email marketing to phishing? You know, this cyber attack where people send you malicious emails, blah,
How
blah,
can you
blah. How can you reconcile cold emailing and email marketing to phishing? So more or less like, you know, this phishing term now, like where they get your like they send you emails to get your details and all that. So I think
which one is a cold
how
email?
can a person know the difference? That was the thing. So how do you, I think this person's question is more around how do you structure your email to be different from a phishing attack or stuff like that. Yeah, so that's the second question.
Okay, that's the two questions, okay?
Yeah, just the two.
So the first question is if there's any difference between subject line and heading.
Yes, is subject line the same with headline? So I think there's also one last question, but address those two, then I'll read out the last question.
Okay, a subject line can be a subject line, maybe for example now, just like if you're going through your inbox, those first thing you see, these are like the subject line. These are the subject line. These are things that require or that leads to if your email will be opened or not. But it can be the same. But the thing is that a headline, you can have an internal headline, maybe inside your email when it is open. You can have maybe an internal headline. Maybe if you're trying to address someone, maybe a letter kind of something, maybe via email, that can be done. But subject line is better to use subject line when you're talking about emails, especially when it has to do with email marketing or maybe cold email. It's better to just use subject line. You can also call it the heading of your, but it's better to use subject line when you're talking about that. It makes it more, it's more, how will I put it? It's more related to emails when you're talking about that. Let me not go beyond that. Then for the question the person asked, if there's a way you can easily know if something is, if a mail sent to you is a cold email or maybe a marketing email. Like I said, the cold email mostly it's always personalized. Just you opening it and reading the first line, sorry, the opening line, you will know if this email is for you. If this email is for you. If it is not for you, you would like, there's no need even continuing with the process. How will I drive home this point? I wish I have an example.
So yeah, so I don't know if you okay. So then let me just read out the last question while you put your thoughts together, because that question I think is more or less around structuring, you know, what's in your email, so it doesn't seem like how can a person know the difference, like the difference between a cold email and phishing emails, stuff like that. So, but the final question is, someone said, what's the cost of emails moving into spam folder? Like, are there tips or mechanics that you have that will prevent an email from going into someone's spam folder? I think that's the last question we're going to take here before we call it a night.
Okay, I think I think I talked about one. I said that if your subject line is looking too salesy, too promotional in nature, your email service providers, they have a way, they have rules. They have rules. I didn't list that here. They have, you can just, maybe I will just drop it later. They have about 3 kind of rules that you must pay attention to. For example, like the one I talked about, the subject line, that one is very key. If your subject line is looking too salesy or too promotional, it will go into the spam folder, because that email service provider, they consider it as if it's a fraud since they don't trust you and all of that. So they just put it in your spam folder, maybe for security's sake, for the security of the person receiving the email. Then these rules, I have to drop them maybe in the WhatsApp if everyone is there. It's about 3 of them where you have to abide by them. You have to abide by them, and I think these are the 2 key, but especially the subject line area, you have to pay attention to it. Then that rules, you have to also pay attention to it so that your email is not dropped into the spam folder.
All right. So thank you very much, Joe. It was nice having you in this class. I think every other question should come in on the group. It's already 10 p.m. so that people who are going to work tomorrow can't sleep. So someone asked a question: is it wrong to randomly send emails to people without permission? So go on the group, drop your question, and you tag Joe, your facilitator. All right, thank you, Joe, very much for this class. Thank you, everyone, for attending. So I'll say, let's call it a night. Do have an amazing night and a wonderful week ahead.